What is up, legend? Another Bitcoin analysis and Bitcoin price prediction. As you know, I'm doing these updates every time there is something to talk about, and there is something to talk about because the short position that I gave you guys actually got to our POI or very close to our POI, and I have taken a long position. I want to show you what I've done. If you like this content, subscribe to this channel, smash the like button, and let me know in the comment if you actually benefit from these videos. Please do let me know. It makes a lot, it helps a lot for the algorithm, it helps a lot for me as well, and eventually it helps a lot for you, so we can do more and more of this. Let's jump right into it. So basically what I have said in the previous video, we were short from here. Now what I said as well, this was actually the short position. If you look back, I'll put it up. Actually, I'll put it up here. You can check it out, the previous video, and check out the whole playlist as well, because you can see my track record is pretty cool. But this was the short, and I actually literally just missed it by a few dollars, right? And what happened is that because we took this liquidity here, I actually tweeted that I closed my short position, and the reason around down here with, I don't even know, I think 15 or 20% profit. The reason why I closed it is because I saw that liquidity here is massively building up. Massively building up. This is called buy side liquidity. And it is building up very strong. Now, the fact that we do see this building up, and we took most of the liquidity from these regions, which I anticipated we are going to do, told me that we are going to go up. Now, what is interesting is we do create, this is a high resistance liquidity run, which means, I know it's a little bit, maybe too complicated, but what it basically means is that we took all the liquidity, and from there we create a strong market structure shift. So if you look at this on the hour, we basically just took all the liquidity and we were able to wick above the previous level that caused this major dump. Now I know this is because of the contributor to this was the ledger hack, but still, it's still a very strong indication that we are, going higher and higher. We are going up. So let me just see this. Oh, I thought it was live. I thought it was live. Okay, cool. So what I wanted to say is that this was the POI I marked in the previous video as well, which is basically the 50% of the unmitigated area of this week. Now, the thing what happened is that we did not get down to that level. The reason why I took this long, and just to show you that I'm not bullshitting, so here you see I tweeted about this. This is my position right now, 41,680 and 41,680, and this is my actual level, 41,680. So I actually put a limit order in here in the night, and the reason why I did that is because we do create we show a reaction here, right? We show a reaction, but we can't break above this level. We just simply can't break above this level. And I saw liquidity is building up, and the reason why this happens, I actually thought that this was gonna come wick down here, so I put my stop down here. This was my original position, but the fact that I saw that we are building up liquidity here told me that we are going to wick down, take these relative equal lows down here, wig these out, and then move on. And that is exactly what happened. So I put a limit order in here with a stop loss down here. That got taken. We created a strong market structure shift up here, and basically indicated that, we wigged below here. We wick below here, take liquidity, then create a market structure shift, and that tells me that we are going to go up. Now, the reason why I put my stop loss down here is because because we took most of the liquidity. So, and this is an inducement, can be an inducement as well, but the fact that we created a market structure shift, a strong one, tells me that we do not necessarily have to come back to this level, and if we do, we might take all this liquidity and cut a little bit lower, potentially down to 40,000. So, but my theory right now, and you can even take a long position if you want from here, obviously I don't recommend because the risk reward is going to be pretty bad, but technically you could take a long position doing this. Obviously nothing we do in this video is financial advice, but this would not be a stupid trade. I would imagine that this comes back to 50 as well, so we have another opportunity getting in around 42,000, possibly. Again, possibly this is also the breaker. I am not banking on this. I'm not sure if it will come back or not. This is the breaker where you could take an entry if you don't want to take an entry now, or if you're not already in an entry. And what the target is interesting because, first of all, this here is a strong, so this here still is a strong supply zone. So this is a strong supply zone which we wick through. So we have an indication that we are going to go higher, and we induce this level, which is also a very strong indication that we might be able to break through here as well. So we will have the strength to break through these levels. We have to see that, but one thing is for sure, the liquidity is basically coming from all the way up to the highs, 44,000. So 44,700-ish region would be my final target, or optimal target. And then the weekly order block up here between 45 and 48,000 that I've been talking about for a long time now. So that is kind of the trade that I'm taking. It was, I think it was 1 to 6, was it? 1 to 5, 6. Now it's like 1 to 38 if it comes about. But that would be the target. Where I would start taking profits or looking to take profits would definitely be around these regions. So around, actually down here, I would start taking profit. Or I'd start looking at taking profits down here around 42,600, 42,700, and 42,900, and then potentially see a push to even 45, 48,000. That would be the ideal scenario. Now the second scenario, as I said, obviously, is that we break below here. So this is a strong low. This down here, which would be our main structure. This is still an internal, but on this trade, if we're talking about this trade specifically, I would say this is, I would rather say decision point, right? So this is a decision point DP, which means we should not break below here. If we do break below here, you know, this can hold, definitely can hold. So this 41,500 and 41,100, this can hold. You got to look for lower time frame confirmation, you know, as we always talk about, higher high and moving on with imbalance and proper move. But potentially we can come down to 40,000 or sub 40,000. So let's hope this level 41,619 does not break, and let's target the highs. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and guys, if you want, I always say that, but it's pretty cool. If you want an exchange that you can trade leverage on, you don't have to KYC, available worldwide, including the United States, and it's non-custodial, meaning it's safe. It cannot be hacked. Look at Ledger and all this, you know, hacks that's happening. Non-custodial means they don't keep your funds. Then try Bluefin. There is a link in the description. You get 20% off of fees if you click on the link and use my link, and I appreciate it as well. Other than that, let me know in the comment what you think of these videos. And yeah, I gotta jump. Have a fantastic weekend. See you guys.